Hey girls, it's Connie. I had just made a video just a few minutes ago and it was uploading on my laptop, and I closed the laptop because I gotta go back to work in 15 minutes. Well, less than that now. But I closed it, so I lost it. Anyway, the last time I updated you girls was on Valentine's Day, and I had told you that I ovulated, I think, 3 days prior. Well, I went the next Monday and got my progesterone and HCG checked, but it came back that I did ovulate, but the HCG was negative. So he said, if you don't have a period by March 2nd or March 3rd, come back in and we'll do another HCG to see if there's pregnancy or not. So, I did start my cycle on March 2nd, so I was taking pregnancy tests in between too, because I've told you girls before, I'm just a pee on a stick-aholic, like seriously bad. And thank God for Amazon, because I'm well stocked on pregnancy tests, that's for sure. And so my progesterone was at 21, and which was really, really exciting. Chris and I were like over the top of the moon, it felt like, that we had ovulated. So the doctor said, as soon as you start your cycle, call me and come in for a follicle ultrasound, a baseline follicle ultrasound, and then we'll know where you are in your cycle, and we can start fresh. So I was like, okay. And I waited and waited, and I knew this week was going to be a really busy week for us, because our church is in revival this week. And Chris and I have been going every night, so it's been really busy. With me getting off at 6, we have to walk right out the door as soon as I get off work. So I haven't had much time to think about it, which is good. And definitely haven't had any time to do any baby dancing this week. But I was in church on Tuesday night and went to the restroom, and I started spotting. So I was like, okay, well, I know AF is coming. So right now we're down to one vehicle, so I told Chris that I would need the car the next day, because I pretty much knew I would be going to the doctor for my follicle ultrasound. And then the next morning when I had woke up, I had started full flow. She was definitely here, and I'm on my 3rd day now, and I'm about getting ready to say goodbye to her, because she has made her presence known very well this cycle. It's been a very, very heavy flow, but it's a good thing, I guess. So I went in on Wednesday for the follicle ultrasound, and she checked, and as you girls know, the doctor diagnosed me with PCOS not too long ago. So I've been taking metformin, which is this bottle here. I take 1,000 milligrams a day, but I was almost unsure if I had it or not. And so it was like, you know, he didn't do any ultrasounds or anything. He said he knew I had it because I carried all my weight in my stomach, which I do, and there was some other symptom that I followed. So he started me on metformin, and I was like, okay, well, I'll take it because he says I need to take it. But I was still not sure, you know. And they did the ultrasound on Wednesday, I think. Let me look at the calendar. They did the ultrasound on Wednesday, yes. And she looked at my right ovary and said she saw it looked like an 11 millimeter follicle, which was good. No cyst. But then she went over to my left ovary, and you know, you hear the ring of pearls when you have PCOS. I definitely had it, because it was definitely there. And I looked at that screen like, oh my Lord. You know, I had seen it on pictures before, you know, like when I've Google searched and stuff, but I had never seen it personally, you know, in real life, I guess. So, it was definitely confirmed that day that I do have PCOS. I haven't really been having any side effects from taking the metformin, which is good, because I don't do good with side effects at all. So I'm doing good with that. Today I am starting my Femara. I am on, well, it's prescribed at 2.5 milligrams, but I take 3 pills at night for 5 days, so I'm taking 7.5 milligrams. the plan for this cycle is I will take the medicine, and then, let me see here, I've got this sheet of paper that he gave me, all this stuff here. I went for my baseline ultrasound, and then day 3 I start the Femara, and then day 12, which will be next Sunday for us, the 13th, I will go back in and have another follicle scan. Hang on one second, I've got to sign it into work. Hang on one second. Sorry. Hang on one moment and I'll be right back with you girls. Sorry. That was a commercial break. Okay. So next Sunday the 13th will be day 12 for us, and we will go in at 8:15 that morning and have another follicle ultrasound. And he said, or actually the nurse said, if my follicles are big enough, they'll give me a trigger shot. And the trigger shot is, I've never had the trigger shot before, so he gave me this sheet of paper on it, Avidrel or something like that. So it's supposed to be delivered to my house next Wednesday or Thursday, and then I have to keep it in the refrigerator. And it's really cool because, well, it's really cool how they do it now, how they get the shot to you. They sent me this, or they gave me this pamphlet. I don't know if you can see it. It's for Freedom Fertility Pharmacy, and you know, it gives all this information about it and stuff. And they ship the medication to you, and they do Femara. They do strictly fertility medications. They're just a fertility med pharmacy. So that's really cool. And apparently the shot is a lot cheaper with them versus what it is if you get it at a regular pharmacy. So I gave her my insurance information, and she's going to check and see if it's covered under my insurance. And if it's not, the cash price is like $65 for it or something. So it's not too bad, I guess. So I'll go for the ultrasound next Sunday and do the trigger shot if my follicles are big enough. If my follicles aren't big enough, I'm not really sure what will happen, but I'm crossing my fingers that they are. And then, you know, I'm trying to read here what it says, what I have to do. It says, you know, day 12, you schedule a repeat ultrasound. If we see a mature follicle, we will instruct you to take the syringe of Avidrel that evening to have intercourse, baby dancing, and to schedule an insemination on the AM of day 14. If we do not see a mature follicle, we will give you instructions at that time. Day 13, nothing. Day 14, timed intercourse again. I'm not really sure. It says to schedule an insemination, but I guess that's if you're having an IUI, which we're not doing that this cycle. We may do it eventually, but we're not doing it this cycle. We're going to do the trigger shot. So that is about all that is going on. I'm so sorry I haven't made videos recently. Life has been really, really crazy around here. I may have put it on Facebook. Yeah, I think I did actually. My dad had prostate cancer several years back, and the cancer has come back. He had prostate cancer, and they removed his prostate, but it is back in the same tissue of the prostate area. So they will be doing radiation starting on March 14th. They'll be doing it for 8 weeks, and so that was really hard on me for a couple days. I spent a lot of time with my dad and a lot of time with my parents. Well, my dad being my parents, my dad and my mom, because they live right across the street from me, and then my mother-in-law lives beside me. So it was nice to have all of my family so close. But my family, my parents, and Chris and I, and you know, everybody in my family, we have a really strong Christian walk with the Lord. And we have a very strong faith, and we believe God is going to take care of this, and he'll go through the radiation and he'll be okay. So if you do pray, please help us pray that this radiation will take care of the cancer, and we will just go from there. I'm not really sure what else to say, because I think that is all. I think I've pretty much let you girls know what is going on. We will be attending church tonight, and then that is the last night of our revival for this week. We only have revivals every so often, and it's every night for a week. So Chris and I are overly exhausted, to say the least, because we've been going to church every night, but it's been well worth it. So I guess I will talk to you girls later, and I love you all. Thank you so much for all your support. It means the world to us. Love you girls. Bye.